Hello everyone and welcome back to the Mangle Nerdy channel. I'm Miss Mangle and today we are reviewing Nightmare Before Christmas, guys. Okay, so this was requested to me by JCBaggins. I will leave a link to his channel in the description below as well as at the end of the video. This is one of my absolute favorite films, guys. Like, my little guy, he is just absolutely obsessed with Nightmare Before Christmas. And it just holds a near and dear place to my heart because it was a friend of mine a long time ago. It was his favorite film, and he passed away a few years ago. And it was just all the good memories associated with this film. But, anyways, guys, without further ado, let's get to reviewing this, shall we? Okay, guys, this 1993 film is a fantasy musical with a runtime of 1 hour and 16 minutes. This film was directed by Henry Selick and concept and production by the great Tim Burton. Henry Selick directed such films as James and the Giant Peach and Coraline. Tim Burton has created many iconic films, including Edward Scissorhands, the Batman movies between 1989 to 1995, Sleepy Hollow, Beetlejuice, and many more great films. His films are some of my absolute favorites, guys, and are bound to be on the reviews at some point. Nightmare Before Christmas was created with an animation style called stop motion. Stop motion animation is a technique in which objects are physically manipulated in small increments between individually photographed frames so that the object will appear to be exhibiting independent motion when the series of frames are played back in a fast sequence. The release date of Nightmare Before Christmas was October 29th of 1993. The cast of this wonderful film includes Danny Elfman as one of the voices of Jack Skellington, as well as he composed Nightmare Before Christmas. Elfman composed in such movies as Beetlejuice, Corpse Bride, and Edward Scissorhands. Elfman has been known to work alongside Tim Burton. Next in this wonderful cast is Catherine O'Hara as the character Shock and Sally. O'Hara has played in such films as Home Alone, Beetlejuice, and Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, the 2004 movie. Another member of this amazing cast is Ken Page as Oogie Boogie. Page has played in such movies as All Dogs Go to Heaven and Dreamgirls. Also, we have Paul Reubens as Locke and Glenn Sadix as the mayor. Reubens has played in such movies as all of the Pee Wee Herman films, as well as Matilda and the hit TV series Gotham. Glenn Sadix played in films such as Beetlejuice, Demolition Man, and the TV series Seinfeld. Next in this cast, we have Chris Sarandon as another voice of Jack Skellington. Then we have William Hickey as Dr. Fickelstein. And finally, we have Edward Ivory as Santa Claus. Chris Sarandon played in such movies like The Princess Bride, Fright Night, and Child's Play. William Hickey played in movies like Mouse Hunt, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and The Puppet Master. And finally, Edward Ivory played in movies such as Nightmare Before Christmas and Rampage, 1987 movie. Okay, guys, and now to the summary of this film. If you guys do not want to be spoiled, like for whatever reason you guys haven't seen this film, which I highly recommend you do, please skip ahead towards the end to my final thoughts on this film. This film follows the misadventures of Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King, the king of Halloween Town. Jack gets bored with the same old routine of always scaring all the time. So Jack, on his walk to clear his head, stumbles into a forest with doors to the other seasons. Jack opens the door to Christmas Town, and he accidentally falls in. He can't believe what he sees in this new land. A beautiful world with amazing sights, sounds, and smells. A world of cheer and laughter. Jack, overcome with emotion, decides to explain to everyone in Halloween Town about Christmas Town. Once Jack arrives back in Halloween Town with a sleigh full of bags, he tells the mayor of the town to round up everyone in the town hall and tell them that he has big news. Meanwhile, the mad scientist, Dr. Fickelstein, is hard at work in his lab on his experiments, while his creation Sally begs him to go outside. Dr. Fickelstein says it's too dangerous for her and forces her to stay in. While she is cooking dinner for the doctor, she slips an ingredient into his soup to make him fall asleep. When the doctor is passed out, Sally slips out of the lab and heads to the town hall for Jack's meeting. At the town hall meeting, Jack tries to explain the meaning of Christmas Land. The town is not quite understanding why Jack is so excited about Christmas Land. So Jack decides to explain about the leader of Christmas Town as a fierce beast called Sandy Claus. It seems like the hall is in an uproar with cheers, but Jack is bummed because they don't fully understand the meaning of Christmas Town. He goes for a walk and Sally follows him. She has a crush on Jack but cannot get the courage to tell him. While on his walk, Jack gets an idea to take over Christmas for this year and put his own spin on it. Jack spends the next several days locked up in his house. The town starts to get worried something is wrong with Jack. In the meantime, the doctor discovered that Sally used the ingredient to make him fall asleep. So the doctor locked her in her room. And when Jack finally appears out of his house, he rallies the whole town together to work on his plan to bring Christmas Town to Halloween Town. Jack gets the people to wrap up presents and even gets Sally to make him a red Sandy Claus suit. Dr. Fickelstein reanimates dead reindeer for his sleigh. Meanwhile, Oogie Boogie, the boogeyman of the town, gets wind that Jack has a plan and gets his henchmen Lock, Shock, and Barrel to help him find out what this plan is. Jack enlists the help of Lock, Shock, and Barrel, thinking that they left Oogie Boogie. Jack wants them to kidnap Sandy Claus. Jack thinks he needs a break this Christmas. So Lock, Shock, and Barrel decide to kidnap him, but instead of taking him to Jack, they take Sandy to Oogie Boogie. Oogie Boogie laughs at Sandy Claus because he realizes that Jack's description of him was false and isn't very fierce at all. Oogie decides to have Sandy play in his twisted little games in his torture room. Jack sets off for the human world to give his mangled gifts to the children. He drops off the gifts to them, in which the children are horrified and the gifts start attacking them. Word gets around quick and the police get involved. They end up shooting him out of the sky. Jack, depressed about how his Christmas turned out, realizes he needs to go back to Halloween Town where he belongs. Meanwhile, Sally tries to find where Oogie Boogie is hiding Sandy so he can help Jack. Sally finds Sandy in Oogie's torture room. Trying to save him, she gets trapped as well. Jack gets to them just in time. Oogie's string from his body gets caught in one of the torture fans on the ceiling and rips open his stitches, exposing the bugs inside of him. Jack releases Sandy and Sally from the contraption they were strapped to. Sandy rushes to try to repair the damage done by Jack and save Christmas. With everything back to the way it should be, Jack starts making plans for next Halloween with Sally by his side. Okay guys, and now to my final thoughts on this film. This film is amazing, guys. I just absolutely loved it. It stood the test of time. It's one of those films that can just, that's just great over time. It's, the stop motion animation in it is amazing. The way they were able to take the figures to convey emotion is incredible. Tim Burton's stories are always amazing. They always make you feel sympathetic towards the character with dark tones, with light-hearted overtones. The musical score in this is just incredible. I absolutely love it. I will be humming the tunes all the way from Christmas to Halloween, guys. Like, it's just, that's how much I love them. And they also convey the tone and the mood and make the whole picture together. The cast was just absolutely incredible in this. The way that their voices conveyed the characters and made the emotions of the characters just amazing. But I would highly recommend seeing this film if you have not. But anyways, guys, what are your guys' thoughts on this film? And as always, guys, like I said before, you guys can suggest or recommend any movies for review. Please just leave a comment in this video or any of my other videos if you would like to see a movie be reviewed on this channel. But with that, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the little bell to get notified of my videos. Anyways, guys, this is Miss Mangle with the Mangle Nerdy channel. You guys be you, be nerdy. Have an awesome day. Bye.